Hi there, I'm Annie Sloss. I'm an arts-based psychotherapist working out of Melbourne. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's much neglected, but the reason I set this YouTube channel up was to support therapists in their practice, and what better time than this to give each other a little support. So I thought I'd just share some ideas with you about what's been working with me and what I think is important for my practice at the moment. So, I've been noticing that the world is in a bit of a state of fight-flight right now, and myself this week I've noticed I've moved out of fight-flight and into a little bit of an exhausted collapse kind of a state, which you too might be noticing happening with yourself and perhaps your clients in the next few days or the next few weeks. So I've just been keeping an eye on the general kind of community and holding in mind that idea of the fight-flight system as I work, and trying to, respond with what I offer people in that light. So I asked permission from one of my clients this week to share some work that we did with you, and she was delighted, thinking that that might help other people. The work that I've been really focusing on with all of my clients is building resources, because, as we know, when people are in a state of crisis, in a state of flux, it's not the time to process trauma. It's not the time to help people make meaning of difficult experiences. Even though that will no doubt come into our work, I've really been bringing a focus of making sure we spend quite a bit of time developing resources so that people can have a sense of robustness and skills and strength and capability to move through this tricky time. So with this particular person, we began to talk about the uncertainty of this moment in time, and it didn't take much inquiry for her to understand that, she had had a lot of experience with uncertainty through her childhood, as many of our clients have. And we explored that a little bit, but I was really mindful that we needed to move her toward a resource to hold this sense of uncertainty, rather than really going deeply into her experience of it. So we acknowledged and validated, and then we moved on to, I invited her to come up with, to just tap in and see if there was some image or impulse or feeling or thought there. And she immediately was in contact with this image of an icy cold wave, in which she felt like she was, at the bottom of that icy cold wave, getting thrown about inside it. This is a very skilled woman, very psychologically minded, and really a pleasure to work with. And immediately she was like, that's strange, because I really love the ocean. So this was a really easy pickup for me. I'm just like, there's a resource there for us to work with. So we went into a little bit of a kind of visualization. I invited her to draw on her experience, her embodied experiences of being in the ocean that she loved, and what she would actually do if she were trapped under an icy cold wave. So we went into a little bit of a sort of visualization there, and at first she came up with this idea quite skillfully that if she were trapped under an icy wave, what she would do is she would bounce and push herself up off the bottom and up into the sunlight. So she visualized herself doing that, and then we checked in with each other, and I invited her to do the visualization again, because it had been powerful. It had been a successful intervention, and I really wanted her to have a strong sense of this resource that she could then take out into the world with her, practice getting in touch with, and make an artwork out of. So the next time that she went into the visualization, it changed a little bit, and what happened this time was she bounced off the bottom of the ocean, and then she could see herself and feel herself swimming through the waves like a mermaid, and then emerging up into the sunlight. So this was just a really powerful experience for her, and when I asked consent, I checked in with her, and she said that it was really a great resource for her to be using through this week. And she was also really excited, because in the last few weeks we've been talking about her experience of painful embodied childhood memories, and so that had been powerful for her to kind of notice, these are, you know, I'm experiencing an embodied emotional memory. But now she was thrilled to think that she had a body full of positive, resourcing body memories as well. So my impression was that she was going out to practice the mermaid resource that we had developed together, but that she was also kind of going to be exploring how her other positive and enjoyable, safe embodied memories could also resource her through this time. So that was just a little bit of what's been happening in my practice and what's been helpful. But, you know, I know that you guys are full of your own creative resources, and I just wanted to put that out there. But please, it'd be just so great if people could comment on, you know, strength-based resources and methods they've used to help their clients through this difficult time. All right, I hope that was helpful. Bye now.